Hi, welcome to You, Me and Mediumship. Been a while, unfortunately, because I haven't had time to put any more videos on. Most evenings now I'm teaching, so it's very difficult to find the time. But tonight I'm able to, simply because one of my students, a new student, so if your name is Brenda, I've been trying to get hold of you, I've emailed you, I've messaged you on Patreon as well. So please have a look at your messages. I was trying to fit you in this evening, but I've had no response from you. So please have a look at the messages and we'll try and fit you in over the next few days, hopefully. So please take a look. Anyway, I've been asked just to do a talk basically on spirit guides and just explain a little bit about them. And I've also been asked if I could just talk about connecting with your spirit guides. So I think first of all, what we'll do is we'll talk about basically what a spirit guide is and their purpose, and we'll take it from there basically. So spirit guides are there, obviously, as the name suggests, to guide. They will help us with certain aspects of our lives, although I do need to state that some guides that work with us, okay, can simply be there just to help us along on this path of life, if you like. They tend to be more family orientated guides than actual guys that will work with us as we develop our mediumship. So they are different to some degree. So obviously we are guided throughout our lives, and I think the most important thing to mention here is whether we decide to listen or not, because obviously very few people do. They don't listen to that gut feeling, or they lose the ability to listen to the gut feeling within self. Now, self, the energy within you, is, if you like, the connection point for your helpers, your guides. It's where or what they communicate through. So the energy that is within you, your spirit, if you like, your soul, is the connection. Not the mind, not the brain, not anything like that. It's your inner true spirit. So when you get that gut feeling, then it's well worth listening to, because when you get that feeling and you listen to that feeling and you act upon that feeling, there is a very good chance that you are making the right decision. May not feel like it at the time, but it's important to note that even though we can't see the wood for the trees, sometimes we just need to go with it, go with the flow, if you like. So I'm talking more of our helpers and the guides that help us along the pathway of everyday life. Now, as mediums, as light workers, then the guides that work with us are different. Okay, they are energy in no different than the helpers that work with us on everyday issues. They are still obviously energy, they are still spirit. But these guides, the spiritual guides, are there with a real purpose to help us connect, help us give evidence, and they also help us with our everyday lives as well. But they are there, and they are there for a reason. The reason being that they are the most highly evolved energies that we, as human beings, if you like, can connect to. There are others. There are many beings that are far, far more highly evolved than the guides that walk with us and help us with our mediumship. The vibration of those is well beyond our comprehension and our reach. Some, very few, but some are lucky to experience this or experience these energies. Few are very lucky to have done that, to have seen a energy of or one of the higher vibrations. Like I said, it happens to very few people, but if you do experience that, and the sheer intensity of that experience will probably be something that obviously you would never forget. But believe me, it happens, but it's very rare, and you're very honoured if you have actually experienced something from the higher realms. So our spirit guides are very experienced, if you like. They tend to be energies that have a vast array of experience. That's why they are where they are, within that slightly higher realm of vibration than some of our loved ones. Not because our loved ones are naughty, if you like, or done a lot of things wrong. It's not that at all. It's simply the fact that our loved ones, not all, but majority of our loved ones are simply learning. They are energies that have been here, experienced certain aspects of life. They've experienced problems, all sorts of things. They've overcome them, and they've passed on. They've learned, but the spirit guide would have been in many or through many experiences, many lifetimes, if you like. So their experience is vaster than some of our loved ones that work with us on a daily schedule, if you like, who are there for us when we need them. Like I said earlier, all we need to do basically is learn to listen. So a spirit guide is an experienced energy. It has chosen its task to work with you, and it may well be that spirit guide was an extremely spiritual energy, a spiritual person, if you like, whilst walking similar paths to what we're walking now. They may well have experienced mediumship. They may well have experienced any type of light work. They are old souls. They are souls that have experienced an awful lot. That's why they are our spirit guides, to help us with our light work because of their knowledge. They are not interested in names, something that comes up an awful lot. I can sense my guide, I can feel their energy, I know when they're there, but I just can't get a name. Why do people worry so much about a name, a label, a tag, if you like? It's not important. There are many names being given to spirit guides over the years. Some, very few, unfortunately, but some are quite accurate. And one of those is our friend Silver Birch, a very well-known spirit guide, a very knowledgeable spirit guide. And if you read some of the books, and you will understand basically what I'm trying to say, that the reason they are there working with us how they do is because of that vast knowledge and obviously the purity of that soul. And through many experiences, many lifetimes, many lessons learned, that soul becomes purer, and hence that's why they are who they are. So, very honoured to have guides like that work with us. And we need to understand, like I said, that we do not need to sit and stress over our spirit guide's name. By all means, give your guide a name if you wish. Your pure intent of connection will be enough to draw your guide towards you. It's that intention, that open heart and intention that will draw your guide, your helper, for your mediumship or whatever it is you do within the light workers field, whatever you do, that intention is what draws your guide towards you. Not sit there shouting out Sid or John or whatever you wish to call them. Now, if you name your guide, absolutely fine. It simply means that that energy, that guide, will know that that particular name that you have given is meant for them. They will know that is your intent, to pull them in closer to you, to work with you, because you have sent that thought of that particular name into the atmosphere, if you like. So that energy will know who you're relating to and to draw close. There are many, many names, aren't there? So if you imagine that the vast amount of experience a spirit guide has, the purity that is within that energy, that vast experience has been gained over many experienced lifetimes, many existences that go far and beyond our comprehension. So the fact that you cannot sense the name of your guide does not matter. Because, to be honest, they may well have been known by numerous names. It would probably take you the rest of your life to go through every name that they've been known as. And energy is a progression of soul. It has experienced many lifetimes, many experiences. It is gained and learned over many lifetimes. We, not all of us, some of us may well be old souls. And there may be a few energies on this earth as I speak that will become guides either in their next passing or in future passings. They may well come back and guide people like you and me. But the very fact, sometimes you have to try and put things in perspective, the very fact that you are here may well mean that we have many more experiences to go before we are in a position to be able to guide another soul. There are old souls here, but it does not necessarily mean that they are souls that will become guides. There may well be many more experiences for those old souls to go through before that happens. So I was asked about the meditation side of things and what we need to do to be able to connect with them. There is no spirit guide meditation. Okay, I can hear all those people out there going, rubbish, what a load of rubbish. There's loads on YouTube and I do this one and it worked, and fine. I respect that. If it's worked for you, I have total respect for that. But please try and understand. A spirit guide will draw close simply on the purity of your intent. Not on what music you're listening to, not through what forest you're walking through. That energy will flow on that river of purity of your soul. That's where he, she, whatever you'd like to imagine your spirit guide as being, they will connect, like I said, simply on the flow of purity of your intent. So when you sit in the power, when you sit by yourself, in your own stillness, in your own peace, and you send that intent out there to connect with your guide, with the energy that will work with you within your mediumship, when you do that, okay, you do not need anything spectacular. Don't go paying hundreds of pounds for meditations and courses on connecting with spirit guides. Please don't do that. All you need to do is build that purity within yourself, your open heart and your intent. That's what you need to do, and you will do that by sitting in your own space, within your own energy, connecting with your true self. So your sitting in the power is absolutely more than adequate to connect with your guide. I was saying in the circle last night, in the circle that I do on a Wednesday, I was trying to explain last night my thoughts on the sitting in the power. Yes, I've give people ideas on how to try and do that, but it is not the be all and end all of everything. Because you struggle with sitting in the power, do not think that you will never ever connect with spirit. There's too much emphasis given on sitting in the power. I do not like the label of that. I can understand the reason why it is described how it is and why it was given that label. And you're sitting in the power of spirit. But it's not about sitting in the power of spirit to a degree. You can sit in the power of spirit for as long as you like, but if you are not expanding self into that energy, into that flow of energy, if you're not merging with that power, if you're not using your own spirit, your own soul to merge with that power, then nothing's going to happen anyway. Call it what you like. You might as well call it sitting in Tesco's for all it's worth. I'm not trying to be, please, I hope I'm not coming across as too arrogant. I just feel sometimes people get so frustrated and upset because they nothing tends to happen for months, and they're sitting in this energy, sitting in the power, listening to all these talks, listening to all these guided sessions. What's important here is you sit in silence with self, with the right intent. That is, in a sense, your own personal sitting in the power. That is what you need to do. Just concentrate on expanding the beauty of you, that light within you. That's what will connect you and the world of spirit. So if you want to work with connecting with the guides, the helpers that will help you whilst you're giving readings, whilst you're giving demonstrations, if you want to connect with those spirit guides who have that knowledge, who will help you with communication to loved ones that draw close, they will help you, they will help them too. If you want to connect in a stronger way, even though you may well already be aware of their presence, if you want to build on that connection, if you want to learn knowledge, get some knowledge from them and ask questions from them, sit in your silence. Sit and ask. And like I said many times before, this is communication, and communication must be two-way. Your line of communication, the energy that you are sending out there, that purity that I talk of, must contain within it communication. So as you're blending, send out that thought, because your thought is vibration, your thought is energy, and it is one that will be picked up on that flow of energy. So send out your thought. This is for me to get to know you. The guides that will work with me within my mediumship, they're not going to jump in and go, hiya, and here I am. That doesn't happen. You will know, believe me, you will know as when that energy draws close to you. You will get the sensation, you will get the beauty, you will get the warmth. So please, and I see it so often, people just stressing themselves out over this sitting in the power. For me, I think something like sitting in your silence with self is a better description. And expanding on that, pushing that out into the energy field around you. So I hope that helps. I'm not going to do a guided meditation because it is not needed. There are many that will totally disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. You don't need guiding meditation. You just need that purity of intent, and you'll get there. I hope that helps. Please like, please subscribe. I hope I haven't upset too many people. And thanks to everyone who sat in the circle last night. It was great. I enjoyed it very much. Got some good bits and pieces came through, and it was only our second sitting, so that's absolutely excellent. If you want to pop over to Patreon, I'll put a link in the description, and just have a look at some of the courses if you're interested. I don't teach anybody, I just guide them. I get to know you. I work with building that foundation that's right for you, because this is your journey. This is personal to you. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll speak to you all again very soon. And Brenda, please look at your messages. So bye for now.